Welcome, everyone, to today's lecture in our series Echoes of the First Bulgarian Empire. Our focus is the year 712 AD, a watershed moment when Bulgaria, under Khan Tervел, launched a bold incursion into Byzantine Thrace. This event did not arise from simple hostility or greed, but from a carefully measured geopolitical response. Tervел, a ruler of uncommon vision, seized a rare window of opportunity amid imperial upheaval to reshape the regional order. His actions demonstrate how leadership, diplomacy, and military timing converge to produce lasting historical consequences. Let us now examine the roots, execution, and outcomes of this defining campaign.
Professor, what made the year 711 such a turning point for Byzantium?
An insightful starting point. In 711, Emperor Justinian II, restored to power with Khan Tervel's help, was overthrown and executed. His replacement, Philippicus Bardanes, lacked legitimacy and immediately faced internal dissent, including religious disputes and provincial unrest. The imperial administration grew unstable, and garrisons along the periphery, especially in Thrace, were left neglected. For Tervel, this was a critical development. Not only had an ally been betrayed, but the balance of power had shifted. With imperial defenses weakened and its leadership distracted, Bulgaria stood poised to assert itself. The empire's vulnerability became an open door for ambition and retribution alike.
How did Tervel decide to move against the empire at that moment?
Tervel's decision wasn't impulsive. It was the product of strategic foresight. He called a council of boyars and advisors to assess the empire's condition. Reports confirmed what he suspected. Philippicus lacked control over the provinces, and key military outposts were thinly manned or isolated. Tervel's objectives were threefold: restore Bulgaria's claims over Thrace, test Byzantine resilience, and enhance his own standing at home and abroad. Rather than wage total war, he aimed for a rapid show of force, enough to pressure Constantinople, but not to overextend. It was a masterstroke of calibrated ambition, designed to win concessions, not just battles.
What were the outcomes of the military campaign itself?
In spring 712, Tervel led a well-organized Bulgarian force across the Balkan Mountains into Byzantine Thrace. The campaign was executed with precision. Bulgarian units quickly overwhelmed unprepared garrisons, capturing towns and fortresses with minimal resistance. The Byzantines, crippled by poor communication and internal distrust, were unable to mount a coordinated defense. Tervel's troops advanced deep into Thrace, maintaining discipline and order, which in turn projected strength and legitimacy. By the time they neared Constantinople, it was clear the campaign had achieved its strategic aim, demonstrating that Bulgaria could penetrate the heart of Byzantine territory at will.
Did Khan Tervel actually intend to attack the capital?
Not directly, and that was precisely the brilliance of his approach. Tervel reached the outskirts of Constantinople not to besiege it, but to pressure it. Philippicus, facing unrest at home and threats abroad, knew he couldn't afford a conflict on the capital's doorstep. Rather than risk a battle, he offered Tervel tribute in gold and goods. Tervel accepted, not because he lacked strength, but because he had already won. Without sacrificing men or resources, he extracted material wealth and political acknowledgement. It was an exercise in strategic presence, forcing your adversary to concede without even drawing a sword at their gates.
What did this campaign mean for Bulgaria's future?
The implications were far-reaching. Bulgaria had transitioned from a peripheral threat to a major diplomatic and military actor. Tervel's campaign established a precedent. Byzantium could be forced to the negotiating table through pressure, not conquest. His leadership won him prestige both within his realm and beyond it. Internally, he solidified his authority. Externally, he shaped how Bulgaria would be treated by its neighbors, not as a vassal, but as a sovereign equal. The year 712 became a blueprint for future engagements. It wasn't just about territory. It was about respect, deterrence, and rewriting the rules of imperial interaction.